All right, guys, welcome. I know you're muted, so give me a wave, except for Billy, because I just see your paused face. Okay. So today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a big kind of review of some of the updates from Super Saturday. I wish I were brighter, guys. I don't know what to do about this. Okay. But before then, I wanted to share a little bit of my heart. Like, number one, thank you for loving me well at Super Saturday. That was a very big deal for me. You don't know, inside I was freaking out and I was really, really angry at the whole getting sick situation on Friday, because my biggest goal was to be present and be with all of you and to cheer and encourage you on. But what happened was you did just that for me. And I don't know about you guys, but it's hard to be the recipient. I would much rather give all day long than receive in a time of need or discomfort any old time. So thank you, thank you, thank you. But when we met, what came out of some of the discussion, when I think my mind was clear, was just hearing kind of this theme of my story is not good enough, and honestly, I think that translates to I'm not enough. If I don't have a good enough story, because I think we all know that the story that we have has been given to us. It's unique to us. It's been entrusted to us, even if it's not like a life-altering story. It speaks, and it is the story that we are meant to have. So that goes back to then, but I don't have a voice to deliver this story that is mine. It's not necessarily about I don't have a network. It's about who am I? Who am I to share this little bit that I've been given? And so over the next few times that we meet, we're going to be digging into this idea, because we are in some very good company with this idea. Like, my initial instinct is I want to come in and I want to fix it, right? I want to walk alongside of you and I want to fix that for you. I want you to feel so much more encouraged, so much more empowered. But here's what struck me this weekend, actually on Sunday, because I was pondering this. My pastor he's just super. He's one of our very best friends. He delivered a message on the Beatitudes on Sunday. And what came from that was this reminder of so much of what is most important is completely upside down in terms of how the world sees things. And what he said, and I have to quote him because he's way smart, right, is he said, the thing about the Beatitudes, right, when Jesus pulled his disciples aside and a crowd joined them, it was not uncommon during that day and age for Beatitudes to be shared. He says Beatitudes were common expressions of quote unquote the good life. So what everyone in the culture and the community aspired to. It wasn't uncommon for teachers to stand up and to encourage people, but the general Beatitudes sounded something like, blessed are the strong, because they can carry the weight of the world on their shoulders. Blessed are the beautiful and the powerful, because theirs is the kingdom, right? Blessed are the unique and the gifted, right? Because they are the difference makers. Those were very common Beatitudes, which let's face it, with our culture, it would be very much the same. What do we aspire to be? We aspire to be smart and beautiful and strong and well-versed with our speech, and to have an amazing story and to have an amazing following, right? That's what we would say in terms of our culture makes the most sense. Those would be our Beatitudes. So when Jesus came among the crowd and he did this teaching, and he did this upside down flip version, I want you to imagine actually being like a little kid upside down with your head between your knees, looking at the world through the vantage point of upside down. The blood is rushing to your head and you're like, this is weird. Everything looks different. It's kind of cool, right? If you were a kid. Well, what Jesus said in the Beatitudes was revolutionary. But what he was saying was in two parts. He was saying, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, or the right way with God, for they shall be satisfied. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they are the ones who shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when others revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven. And the idea of the Beatitudes in the upside down version was God was reminding us through Jesus. He was joining us because each of those, the lost, the broken, the not good enough, the story that isn't really shiny and bright, that's us. That's all of us. And so instead of my instinct that says, you are more than enough, the simple fact is, our stories, every single one of us, has weaknesses, has holes like Swiss cheese, because we are all broken. We're all lost. But here's the deal. God gave you your story. It's your calling. And he says this, bring me your emptiness. Bring me your not enoughness. Bring me your less than worthiness. Bring me all that feels empty. And I promise I will fill it. I have given you something. I have given you a story. And all you need do is show up with yourself, just as you are, your not cleaned up version, and share it. Which then goes to being made full. But here's the hard part. This is the continuous cycle. You bring him your empty, he fills you up. Then guess what happens? There are going to be people who despise you, who cut you down, who reject you, who ignore you, who remind you of your emptiness, and you're gonna get hurt. That's the really hard part of doing anything on point with mission, is you will get hurt. But guess what? Then you start the cycle all over again. I am broken. I am less than. I am empty. And God says, I come and I fill you. And you go out into the world and you will be received by many, and you will be rejected by some, and it will hurt. And you go through the cycle again and again and again. And it is always worth it. So tonight, it's not about you being full of yourself. It's not about you feeling like you are enough. It's about you knowing you're you, broken in broken jars of clay, and putting it before God and saying, what would you have me do with my broken little lost self? Now, we'll talk more about that another night, but that is good for this night. Now, I'm going to jump in, and I don't know how to segue well into the jumping in points, except we're just going to do it. We're going to share about what was shared to us. All of you, I see all three of you. You were all there on Super Saturday. I'm going to assume that some people who watch this on the replay weren't. But it's a good review for all of us anyway, because there were some of it where I know I looked at Billy and I was like, I didn't get that. What was that? What did they say? How does that work? So I'm going to try to make this a little more clear. I think on Wednesday on the Plexus Ambassador community, I want to say at noon Central Standard Time. I am sure it will be available at other points. So if you're at work, obviously, whatever, you can tune in. But I think Emily Gibson and Jessica Heffley are going to be walking through a little bit more in detail as well. But this is going to give us kind of a jumping off point. So I'm going to try to share my screen again. Let's see. So I just am at the Plexus Ambassador Community Facebook page, which if you don't go here frequently, oh, here, let me get rid of that. Okay, so if you don't go to the Plexus Ambassador Community page frequently, it's a really, really great space. One, because there's lovely testimonies that we can use. There's up-to-date information. They walk through doing power hours with some of the top diamond leaders in our company. But for the sake of tonight, we're just going to simply walk through. This was really, really handy information about what was shared at Super Saturday. There, this is the one I want. So there's a post. When you go on your own, there's a post that looks like this. It has these 4 little graphics shown plus 3 more, all about Super Saturday, and then these hyperlinks that we can go to. So the first thing, and I meant to grab my flyer, but it's okay. There's the Fast Start, Fresh Start, the 90-day incentive. All right, here's the deal. This is the area where I turned to Billy and was like, I don't get it. Like, it was just a lot of, like, people do what, and then they do what, and what time frame. And so this link was super helpful. So I'm just going to go ahead and take us there. So this is super cool because whether or not you've ever signed 3 people or not in the past or present, here's the time to do so. So they introduced this me plus 3 and them plus 3, right? This idea of signing 3 people yourself and then training those 3 people to sign 3 people. Guess what is the biggest, let's just name this, what is the biggest stumbling block that gets in the way right with this? Complete me plus 3 and them plus 3. Well, there's a whole host of insecurities that come with this, right? There is the thought of, oh my gosh, I haven't signed anybody for a long time. How in the world am I going to get 3 people? That's ludicrous. And then how in the world, I have never had any of my ambassadors like take up and train 3 other people. And so this seems like really, really hard and really big. And I would lie to you if I did not feel the same way. Where I was like, I'm in a drought. I have been building relationships for a very long time, and there's very little low-hanging fruit that is happening. But I embrace the idea in the sense of, one, I was filled up by the stories that were shared, where there was renewed passion and energy of what we have needs to be shared. 2, in just a minute, I'm going to be talking about those videos. We're not going to watch them together, but I really, really recommend that every ambassador spend some time quietly watching and even rewatching those new 4 videos, because they are quality. I also put in the Liveloved team, when you put in the search bar inside of the team, if you put #videos, you can see more videos. So the video that had the 6 women whose lives were changed, you can actually see 3 of them have expanded videos that tell more of their story, that are so well done, and to really wrap your head around them. So I'll talk a little bit about what I did today. I just followed their methodology, and I plan on following their methodology throughout this entire contest, because you all are holding me accountable. I'm not going to lead you in a direction that I myself am not doing, because that would be crappy, number one, and I would feel like a terrible leader. I would feel like a terrible hypocrite, and I'm not doing that. So complete me +3 and them +3. Let's look at the benefits of doing so. So first of all, whether or not you've ever done this or not, right? In the first 30 days, if you complete me +3, which essentially is you sign 3 ambassadors, here's another mental trap, with a welcome pack of $199. Can you just feel what the doubter in you says? $199. I can't even get people to do the $99. How in the world? Well, it's really letting them know this is a comprehensive health system, and these are the most complete products. I want you not to forget, you guys are like coaches. You know, you're not a Beachbody coach. You are like an integrative health coach. You're walking people through how to take these products. Slowly but surely, you're educating them day by day on how their body's working, how it's responding, what's in this product, how it's going to work with what they're eating and what they're drinking. And you're talking about their pooping, and you're talking about their stress level. Like, do not cut yourself short about the service that you are offering alongside of those products. Think about how much time and energy you are pouring in to your person that you're mentoring in this journey. That is huge. I can tell you that alone is worth a lot of money. But you see, it comes back to you understanding your own worth and value, your expertise, the number of hours. How many hours have you put in on your own time to learn about these products and what they do and their ingredients? I guarantee you, you all that I see on this call have put in hours upon hours upon hours of research just by watching videos, just by practicing, just by learning. Oh, yes, do this and do this. That is not nothing. So in that $199, not only are they getting the very top of the line supplements that they can't get at Target, Costco, Walmart, they are getting you as their personal consultant to walk them through. Suddenly, this $199 is completely worthy of $199. Okay, so I want you to get into that mindset. And also, if people are watching this on the replay who are not well versed, who haven't done the hours, then guess what? It's worth your due diligence to link arms with people who have, right? So that they can walk your person and mentor them well through the process. Because the last thing that we want is people thinking that these products are far less than what they are as far as quality and not understanding a darn thing about them. So the first 30 days, the goal is to sign 3 qualified sponsored ambassadors with a $199 welcome pack. Go with your conscience here. Like if you feel, if you guys feel that a welcome pack is not in their best interest, if there's another route that fits them better, please go with your conscience. But there are so many new welcome packs. It's really important to take the time to start familiarizing yourself with what is there, right? What is going to be the best option for people with weight loss goals? What is going to be the best option with people with overall health goals? Who is like loving Joyome, right? And figure out that for them. The other criteria is that they have to have an active subscription with 100 PV or more. Okay, so those are the 2 qualifiers for this. $199 welcome pack with a subscription that is active with $100 or PV or more. Okay, so if they do that, if you do that, if you sign 3 people that meet that qualification in the first 30 days, the dates are on here, then you're going to get, even if you've done this before, hello, you're going to get $100 in bonus, just as if you went silver for the very first time. That's awesome. Here's a caveat. If you do it in 14 days, so you beat 30 days in half minus 1, 14 days, you're going to get this $100 bonus plus another $100. So you're going to get $200 that first month just by introducing people to the very best supplements with the very best care. Not a bad deal. All right, so let's move on to 60 days. So this becomes the me plus 3 and them plus 3. So what you're going to do is you're going to take those 3 ambassadors that you signed and you are going to coach and mentor them to sign their own 3 ambassadors, totaling 9 new ambassadors with a $199 welcome pack and a subscription of $100 or more. You're going to practice this because I know that there's this internal critic that I could never do that. Oh my gosh, that's so uncomfortable, blah, 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 blah. But here's the deal. You're going to talk to them and you're going to remember we have the very best supplements that every single person needs with the very best coaching on helping them get to the very best health that they ever have. Okay, I can do this. I can do this with lots and lots of prayer and putting myself out there and being bold and being bold. Now, okay, so what do you get for that? You get a $150 fresh start bonus. If those are done, those 9 are done by March 12th. Okay, so not too shabby. You have the $200 plus another $150. People can do the math, not me. Okay, lastly, you have the 90-day bonus. So you repeat again. You coach your team to complete the Me Plus 3 on their own for a total of 18 new ambassadors. So you're teaching your 3 to do what you did. right? And following up and walking alongside of them, and then you get another $250 bonus on top of that. Now, here's the thing. As you help your new ambassadors do this, here you can see that there is a fast start program. So you very simply will click here, share the fast start program, look at the qualifications. It's very much the same as what we just talked about, right? So me plus 3, I'm going to sign on 3 people. What does your ambassador get when they do this? They earn a $100 fast start bonus if they do this in the first 30 days. Plus they get their silver achievement bonus, $100. Plus they get their welcome kit bonuses on top of this. We're talking like $275 that they get from signing 3 ambassadors in 30 days with a $199 welcome kit and their subscription turned on. And if they do it in 14 days or less because they fall in love with their Plexus products right away, they get an additional $100 bonus. So this is huge. I don't know why my light keeps blinking. Same thing, 60-day goal. You can see it. Earn $150 fast start bonus plus a super silver because now they've achieved super silver status, so they get that bonus plus the business building bonuses of $25 each. Oh my goodness. And then they get their Plexus pay points on top of that. And I need to move this. I don't know if I can move this bar. Yes, I can. So you can see that this just stacks, right? And then the 90-day goal, me plus 3. Now we're teaching them to do 3 more. It just is building. Is this new? No, this isn't new. Ever since I started, and I was immersed neck deep in Sonia Dudley videos on learning the compensation plan from years and years ago. She was talking about the power of 3. This essentially is the power of 3. It's just branded a different way with a lot of incentive to help you and help your new ambassador. This is a way for not only for them to get their products paid for, it's a way for them to have accountability. It's a way for them to walk alongside their spouse, their family members, their friends, their coworkers, with all of them working towards the very same health that all of you are finding. So there is that. So again, you can find this on this post dated January 12th, 4:51 p.m. Okay, the new sharing system chart and the 4 new videos. I already told you I'm in love with the quality of these videos. I don't know who would watch these videos and not self-identify in some way, shape, or form with the stories that are shared. I mean, seriously. There's something in there, I believe, that touches an emotional touch point with almost everybody. So the new sharing system, this is what I'm doing. This is I'm committed to doing every day. The first thing is to remember the little handout if you were at Super Saturday that looked like this, right? So the send, share, invite experience. Send. You just think to yourself, if you freak out about the send, me too. Me too. So the send is every day. For me, I'd say 5 days a week, right? My day does not end at any point unless at bare minimum I have reached out personally to 5 people. Better yet, if it's 10 people, because it doubles my nose and gets me closer to my yeses. And this is the tricky part, because I have been beating around the bush about Plexus for a long time. I've been, focused, relationship building, which is really important. But now it's time for me to stop being scared and actually mention the Plexus word to people. That really shouldn't be that intimidating. If I've been posting regularly about Plexus, I can tell people, oh my goodness, I know, I'm sure you've been seeing me post on a regular basis. It's not a hidden fact that I love my supplements, and now I want to follow up with you because I'd be a cruddy friend if I didn't, or whatever verbiage matches you. I put some examples of the 10 that I did today in the Liveloved team chat. That's exactly what I said. I fumbled and I bumbled and I stumbled, but I did my 10, right? So sending something to them, telling them, inviting them, encouraging them to comment back. And very simply, a lot of times I was like, hey, there's this video that really spoke to me. I thought of you. It's less than 3 minutes. If I send it to you, will you please watch it and then respond back as soon as possible and let me know what you thought? Simple. Then the share is sending the video. And I know Joy in the comments said, how do you know which video to send to whom? I feel like some of it is that internal intuition. Call it a whisper from God, the Holy Spirit. Some of it is a nudging. So honestly, what I did today is I watched a video and I just let my mind and heart connect to the video. And I thought to myself, who do I know that needs to know this video? Or who comes to mind when I watch this video? And I just started writing down names. And I did that with every one of the videos. That takes a little bit of time, right? But then I didn't have to sit there and think, gosh, what video do I send to whom? Right? And at the end of the day, I really don't think that there is a wrong video. I really don't. When you, again, watch the quality of those videos, I think that they speak to the heart of nearly every person. So you share the video, either the product story, the opportunity story, or the empowerment story videos, and ask them to respond fairly quickly, right? And then you follow up fairly quickly. And if they don't respond, you just send them a reminder. Hey, I was thinking about that video again, wondering if you had a chance to watch it. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And then the last part, invite. So with, I think 3 of the 10 people who gave kind of a positive response to the video, I invited them to the opportunity event that was online tonight. I have no idea. I don't know if they attended, but it's worthy of the invite and then for me to follow up. But there's a lot of opportunities. There's being a part of upcoming groups. There's trying a sample. There is plugging them into a 3-way chat, right? There's so many things that we can do to further invite their experience. The idea of the invitation is kind of a Bob Heilig thing. You want them to have a connection with someone other than yourself. You want that 3-way third-party validation that doesn't just come from you. Oh, yes, because that builds this idea, this belief, oh, okay. Well, I'm hearing this from multiple voices. This must be the real deal. Okay, so then you can read the rest of the steps, but I think for me, that is the biggie. I tend to be one that gets caught up in research, and I hide, frankly, behind research and don't get to actually doing the 5 to 10, right? This is really important. And honestly, today I signed an ambassador. Here's the deal about signing that ambassador. I became friends with her at the very beginning of summer. We sat through endless baseball games together, sweating our butts off, right? Watching our sons play baseball. We have had multiple conversations. She's tried kind of hit or miss different Plexus products um, over several months. And finally, she was like, I just feel like crap. I got all of the medical testing and it all came back normal. And there is something not normal. Tell me what you've got. Sign me up. Let's do the full ditty. I will talk to you every darn day, right? And so it was just, but you know what I did? Besides building and building and building that relationship of whom I adore this woman, I truly do, is I built a relationship with her, right? So she trusts me and I trust her. And so a lot of this, you guys, if you have been doing that work behind the scenes, this little methodology is going to preach, okay? If you haven't started doing that, if you've been hiding from relationship building, then it's going to take longer. There is no specific system that's going to hit it out of the park for you if you haven't laid that framework, but you can start doing that now. So let me go on to the next worksheet, which looks like if we were at Super Saturday, your pamphlet, leads you didn't know you have. This is just a jogger, right? To help you think of names that you ordinarily might not come up with. So what I encourage you to do, if you're a team leader, I encourage you to step out in your leadership and do a power hour helping your people fill out this chart together. And then maybe even practicing together, following up with people, right? Supportively. You could even do this like at a coffee shop, sitting down with one person that you're mentoring and have them fill this out together with you, right? Walking them through that it's not so scary, that it's not so hard. But it is worthy. I mean, just take a gander at all of the different categories, right? And this is going to be the thing that you work off of for this entire month, reaching out to certain people, building relationships with people, and then next month, put this in a binder, print it off again, and come up with some more names. And then review some of the names that you continue to build relationship with. This is a wonderful, wonderful tool, not just for now, but for ongoing. Okay, so there is that. Then, of course, checking out the videos. There's a link right here to the 4 videos. I told you you can link to the 4 videos in Liveloved just by typing in #videos. So the videos are in multiple places for your disposal for you to find and to use. If you haven't watched them, that's homework step number 1. Watch them. Get a sense of them. Get the emotion of them. Okay. Now, next, convention. Convention. I'm really excited about convention. I'm actually really excited that it's back in Las Vegas. And that's weird because I don't enjoy Las Vegas. I really don't. It's not my cup of tea. It's really hot. And the casinos are really smoky. And there's lots of things that my Iowan eyes are not used to seeing that I can even be shocked by. But, the venue is so good. Having an auditorium with stacked seats that you walk into that feels like a concert venue. Just the layout of the food court and where the bathrooms that you're not waiting in line for eternity. It's just so user-friendly and it's just so good. So what I would encourage you to do is to think about if you have people that you think would literally, like, being exposed to one of the biggest events in Plexus I mean, way different than Super Saturday, right? Convention Plexus goes all out to spoil us, invite them. I'm just so happy. I know that the 3 of you are going. It is, I think, profoundly one of the most powerful experiences that Plexus has for us. It's tax deductible, it's a business expense, etc., etc. So hold your receipts, all of the above. That this is going to be awesome. Don't forget that if you attended Super Saturday, you get 50 convention credits. So there's the convention contest. There's the link. There's a link here. There's a link in Liveloved too, where it tells you about each of the different levels of what you're earning as you obtain these credits. How you obtain credits by signing ambassadors, by having them stay on board more than 1 month, by rank ups, on and on. But you get 50 convention credits for anyone who attended Super Saturday, and 25 credits for anyone who attends via replay. So again, if you have people that didn't come to Super Saturday, you can invite and encourage them to watch it on a replay. There'll be more information coming about that. So convention, the welcome packs, remembering there's $20 off currently, the $199 welcome packs now through January 31st. So $179 versus $199. That's automatically when they go to order their welcome pack. It's already being listed at $179. There's no promo code, nothing that you need to enter in. It automatically does that. And then if you sign an ambassador with the $179 welcome pack, you get $20 or 20 convention contest credits. Health and happiness tours. I don't know, honestly, where the most local, they haven't released the cities yet where they're going to have the health and happiness tours. But generally, Alec, Charles, some of the major leaders of Plexus hit the road. So it's like a huge, huge opportunity event. So if it comes locally, I think they had one in Des Moines last year. Yes, Corey, you're nodding your head. So be on the lookout for that, because if Des Moines is not that far from you, it's an excellent opportunity to bring a crowd of 2 or 3. Let's say you sign up, you plus 3, and then they're signing up, them plus 3. This would be a great way to take those new people and really have them understand the Plexus culture. There is the new Success on Demand tool. I know that we had Success on Demand before in our virtual office, but I'm really excited where it says hand-picked content that is curated for us with particular months each, or particular topics each month. I'm excited because I think that that gives some opportunities for our teams to grow, to be like, I might post something to say, hey, on Friday, read this over the weekend, listen to this podcast, and then on Monday, we will debrief it at our meetup on Monday nights. Just to give us some continuity of education, to keep us rolling from some of the top business leaders in the entire country. And then finally, the launching of new markets with Australia. But you guys, what really makes me excited is the launching more Spanish resources. This was a gaping hole with Plexus. I remember a good 1.5 years ago, there's a delightful woman who was really active at the time by the name of Kelly Reyes. Kelly is bilingual. married to a Spanish-speaking husband, just a lover of our Hispanic community in Northwest Iowa, true advocate for all of the community. And all of the darn time she would come to me and she would say, Rachel, where are the resources in Spanish? Like, and she was having to spend hours translating things that were just instantly at our disposal. So this is huge that they are branching out, because we know so many Spanish speakers of primary Spanish speaking language are in our country. And this is our way to serve them and reach out to them, which is really, really exciting. Okay, so these are the major points. Again, I would say main takeaways: watch the videos, know the videos. Be thinking, who do I need to send the videos to? Be thinking that as you fill out the new worksheet, right, about names you didn't even know, leads you didn't even know. Fill that out. If you haven't, that's major homework. Fill that out. And then don't wait. Make a commitment to yourself. 5 days a week, I am going to reach out and do the hard, scary thing of actually inviting people to watch a video, right? To learn more about this thing I'm so passionate about. If you are like, I'm not sure if this sounds right. I want to tweak this and I'm not really sure how. You guys, record it for yourself on your phone. You can do that. You can find yourself in your messenger, just type your name, search for you, and then record a message and send it to yourself, okay? And then if you want to, you can send it and forward it to me. I would be happy to like go over that with you. I'm not the be all and end all. I'm practicing just as much as anybody. But I think that combined feedback, working with each other, builds confidence. If you want accountability, if you're like, Rachel, I really want to do this, or you're like, Billy, I'm speaking for Billy, sorry, Billy, I really want to do this, but I need accountability. If I tell you in the morning that I'm not going to bed until I do my 5, check in with me and remind me, hey, it's 8 o'clock. Where are you? Have you done your 5? Like, seriously, link arms. I am going to put myself out there. I am vowing to do this, so I will be putting it in the chat. Like, I don't know that I'll always be attaching every message that I send, but I will tell you, okay, I did 1, I did 5, I did 10. Okay, I can be done for today. And you can hit it as hard as you want, but set that goal for 5 a day. 5 a day, 5 days a week. Who's terrified? Raise your hand. Me. But we can do the hard, scary thing together. So that, in a nutshell, is our meetup tonight. I am going to tape it, or I did tape it, so we will have it available for the replay. Let me stop that share. But more than anything, don't let the momentum from Super Saturday stop. The only way it continues to build is if you act on it. If you quit your action and you put it on a shelf, what are you going to get? Dust. That's what you're going to get. So have a wonderful night, and I'm here to cheer you on. I'm here. I want you to reach your goals, which our next meetup is coming back around for our goals. So poster board, your pictures, which I completely blew. Go ahead, set a time. Start doing those. Start writing on your poster board. be ready to be thinking and sharing some of your goals. What do you absolutely want to achieve this year for yourself? You can make them grandiose. Some of them should be grandiose. You can make them like practical. Some of them should be practical. But make them. Put them in front of you. Look at them every day. I'm going to tell you right now, Jamie and I, okay, here's one of mine. Swear. Jamie and I, we changed insurance to this MediShare program because our insurance was so high. MediShare is not really insurance. It's like a Christian share program, and it totally freaks me out. It really does, because I continuously think the what ifs. What if somebody gets cancer? How is this going to play out? And I am one who, like, because we have to pay for all of our medical bills out of pocket with this until we hit like a pretty large deductible, I'm going to be the one that sacrifices myself going to the doctor to get a mammogram. I know that that sounds really simple to just go and pay to get a mammogram, but it's like $500. And I have a lot of breast cancer in my family. I have on my board that I want to easily just go and get my regular mammogram on a regular yearly basis, without feeling like we're taking a huge financial hit, because I don't want to spend $500 on myself. That's going to be on my board. And that's the same. I want to be able to take my boys for braces and not freak out about how are we going to pay that. Plexus has helped us so much, but those are expensive things, right? For me, that's a really big deal. I want to be able to pay, like, just write out the check for the braces, go get my mammogram. I want you to think for yourself, same sort of like, what are the things for you that matter for you? 2019. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. It's almost 8 o'clock. So rest up, rest well, get to work tomorrow. If you haven't done your 5 reach outs, it's not too late. It's only going to be 8 o'clock. All right. See you. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.